provisions, but I am not arguing right now. Lord, that would be, my lord, the major concern. But Lord, I can't, my lord, say what time they will take, my lord. But
When?
Lord, let us not deviate from the order passed. Mr. Jain, please. Let us not deviate from the order already passed.
Challenge earlier.
There's no interim relief required.
Asked us to go to the High Court. We filed.
I join my learned friend. Whenever your lordships considers, today or any day, I don't think your lordships could have got time, my lord, to read yesterday.
At least I could.
I understand.
That's
I
why
understand, and I
have it any day when your lordships
Lord,
can hear the
kindly have
matter.
it next week, subject to your lordship.
Whenever.
But for interim order also, it may not take long, but it might take a little while. That's all.
No, it'll take some time. I mean, honestly, it'll take some time.
How much is your estimate on your side?
But it'll take 2 hours this side.
Almost a day, because we,
Yeah.
2 hours.
It will, but honestly, it will take time. I don't want to.
All of us.
Yes, all of
But it's a stay of statutory provisions, but I am not arguing right now. Lord, that would be, my lord, the major concern. But Lord, I can't, my lord, say what time they will take, my lord, but some reasonable time, my lord, your lordships may devote next week, my lord. Otherwise, I understand today, my lord, the difficulty is a practical difficulty. I can't.
Lordships, insofar as item 16 is concerned, we are slightly different, excuse me, in the sense that.
In
we've
fact, what
challenged
I've done is,
provisions
I've prepared a note.
which seem to be.
If I can circulate to your lordships, it'll take less time. I'll give it to the other side also. What are the provisions which are per se unconstitutional according to us? So they can also provide so that it's easier for us.
At least.
Have you
Huh?
furnished a copy to the learned SG?
No, regarding what? I'm sorry.
That note?
It will be filed. We can file this note. Let them file.
I think it's better you circulate that so that
Yes.
you can also, if possible, you can also furnish us with a short note.
No, certainly, my lord, on my affidavit is, my lord, detailed, but we can file a shorter note
That's right.
because 3 issues are identified by the court, my lord, on which the interim order is to be considered.
It's simple to.
I've already been
May I
incorporated.
suggest, subject to agreement by the other side, then there can be 5, my lord, now that that's a judicial order, my lord, we can do nothing.
Rather than having any matter as a lead matter, let us have the issues which are required to be.
Exactly, my lord, let there be written note, my lord,
Which
consolidated.
are required to be gone into for consideration of interim relief.
Perfect.
Lord,
That's
there
what
can,
we'll do.
Lord, there can be one written note on their side and one written note on our side. We will sit together and prepare a note. They can sit together
As
and
notice comes, prepare it and we'll file it.
When can it, by when we can?
My lord, by
Monday we'll.
By Sunday, my lord. No, it's ready.
By Sunday.
Mr. Sibbal's note is ready.
Yes, by Sunday.
Just give it to me. We will respond to that, my lord, by
To
Sunday.
consolidate our arguments this side, my lords, by Sunday. So by Monday, we are ready.
Circulate it to all of us.
We'll circulate to everybody.
No, I had created a whole.
Circulate it to us also.
Yes, of course.
First, then the parliament.
Lord, these are states, my lord. We are also, my lord, on our side curtailing. And my lord, now, my lord, in the intervention applications where, my lord, not considered, my lord, that is a fact. Now, if your lordships would like to hear them, my lord, I can't come in the way, I will not object to it. But that would be breaching the discipline agreed upon.
Many of the writ petitions were turned into IAs.
All the.
Yes, so then those must be heard. Those must be heard anyway, we're
Sir,
consolidated.
may I submit, sir, that 30% of the around 130 parties, may I just,
One second. My lord, the Chief
Sir,
Justice
may-
wants to say something. Could you?
yeah, 1 second, sir. May I just say that on the issue of the
He
5
has been
writ
teaching
petitions,
us, so therefore he has
sir, may I,
he has been teaching us in the academy, so he has that right.
But he has not forgotten that fact. my lord. That's the difficulty.
I did not want to say that.
Sir, I have a particular submission on the 5 writ petitioners chosen, sir. 30% of the nearly 130 parties are non-Muslim parties. All 5 writ petitions are Muslim parties. It should not give a polarized impression to.
No, nobody is giving any polarized.
No, sir.
Petitioner is a petitioner, my lord, he is
Sir,
a
please allow,
nor a Muslim.
sir, please allow the intervent.
No, don't bring this angle at all.
Sir,
Names have been removed from the title.
Please allow the interveners,
Sir,
if they wish
Mr.
to
Sibal is right.
file writ petition, sir. Give liberty to file
One
writ
second,
petition,
would you
sir.
please?
That's all.
That's not possible, Mr.
My lord, that is the reason why
Then on what basis these?
there
five
is,
writ
the name is now Ray
You,
validity of.
Sir, let the archive show, sir, a fair
can
picture of the.
at least now, can we have your
Yes, sir.
permission to say something?
Yes, of course, sir, of course, sir.
You I think you are saying 2 hours, but do you think that it will be possible in 2 hours?
Yes. Because I'm worried, Malad, but this is the kind of thing, it is not good. Yes.
But this way, I don't think we'll be able to
No,
do it.
with this way, we will not be even in a position to begin.
Yes. it's a
That
problem.
was the reason 5 plus 5, my lord. I agree with Mr. Sibal. And that was the reason this A religion or B religion, that this court considered that the name of the now nomenclature would be Ray challenge to the Waqf
We'll
Amendment.
grant you 2 hours.
Yes,
We'll grant them 2 hours.
fair enough.
You decide how to share that time amongst yourself. I was done by you in that sub-classification
yes.
matter.
Yes, exactly. Yes, we did that last time also. We'll do it this time.
Amongst us, there's no problem. We'll divide our time. There's no difficulty.
There is no issue on our side also.
But it should be done in a fair
Well,
manner.
what we'll try and do is we'll have a consolidated note and we'll divide if at all.
Malad, other council to take some points, some council to take the other.
But still, there's a third dimension I was indicating, there is a substantive challenge to the 95 Act because the batch of the interim matter.
We are only considering on the question of interim relief.
Interim relief. Please don't push. That's not on interim.
So,
We are also.
you want an interim relief on a 1995 Act in 2025?
Post amendment, there is a consequence which you'd like to address lordships in a substantive.
We will go by the earlier order passed by the.
Yes.
Just
We are here to argue on interim relief.
May I just point out that
Earlier
we
order
are
requires
also
service.
agreed by certain provisions of Waqf Act 1995 as amended in 2025. So there is a third dimension. Lordship may give us half an hour
Yes, we'll
that,
after
so
this.
that we can also make our submission. We are also agreed, we are also
It will
agreed,
never end.
we are also agreed by the present Waqf Amendment Act certain
Whether in the last order that is mentioned?
mentioned in the last order.
No, it's,
It is mentioned in the last order.
Items
That
16
two
and
writ
17.
petitions,
My lord, if it is shown, it is shown, my lord. Why are we arguing if there is already a judicial order?
those two writ petitions.
Item 16 and 17.
Item 16 and 17, my lord.
So what is your grievance?
My lord, my grievance is that so far as the certain provisions of Waqf Act, so far as taxation is concerned, section 8, it is still there. Waqf tribunal, which is completely unconstitutional, it is still there. So there are various other sections which are completely draconian, which still exist in the statute.
They are existing since when?
1995 and 2025 also.
If they are existing since 1995 and if you are not challenging them
My
for
lord,
30
we
years.
challenged it. We challenged it.
When?
We challenged it.
Challenge them when?
Challenged.
Lord, let us not deviate from the order passed. Mr. Jain, please. Let us not deviate from the order already passed.
Was challenged earlier.
there's no interim relief required.
Asked us to go to the High Court. We filed around 140 petitions which are pending in different high courts, and now we have filed the present writ petition, which is a fresh matter, challenging various provisions, my lord. It was challenged earlier,
Challenging provisions of 95 Act or 2025 amendment?
1995 Act as well as certain provisions.
How can we permit you to raise a challenge to the provisions of 95 Act in 2025?
Interim relief
I
here.
appreciate, may I just explain, sir, just.
At least no urgency for interim
There is
relief
urgency-
We are on
there is
interim
urgency
relief,
for
my
interim.
lords.
So far, sir,
after 30 years.
lordship may kindly appreciate. There are,
Interim.
may I just, I am also seeking interim relief, sir, it is there in my petition. I am
Are you seeking interim relief of the provisions of 95 Act or 2025?
65 Act, section 3R.
That's the common issue which we are.
There is certain deviation, lordship.
But they argue when your turn comes, the deviation can be argued. It is taken care of in the earlier order.
Saying I must be given half an hour to, my lords, make my points.
We will sit on that date.
Section 3R, my lord, Shamla Da, village land, that has not been repealed.
Shamlat De, I think is pre-independence act insofar as my learned brother would know it, but
It's in Punjab or.
That's right.
I have dealt with one of the litigations from state of Haryana with regard to that.
Lordship may give us some time. We
That
will
is that is a pre-independence act.
Lordship, that's what I'm, lordship may kindly.
It was-
Don't mix the issues unnecessarily.
Lords, I'm not mixing the issue, lordship may kindly
How
appreciate.
can that be interim
That-
relief, my lords?
We will not consider any request for stay of any of the provisions under the 95 Act.
Yeah.
We are making it clear. Just because somebody is trying to make a challenge to the amendment of 2025 and somebody just wants to jump in and challenge 1995, that will not be permitted.
I think I am not able to communicate what has actually.
Well, let it be on, my lord, whichever date your lordship considers proper, my lord, Tuesday or
Court asked
Wednesday.
us to go to